I'm asking you,
Okay,
am I
hey,
allowed to?
Hannibal, fuck off.
Why are you so rude, man? We have such a nice history
No, I'm
together.
not. No,
All of a
I'm
sudden
not
you're getting
rude.
so hostile.
I'm assertively telling you to
just told me to fuck off. That's not polite.
I did tell you to fuck off because you're being a disingenuous, double talk scumbag.
Who was the guy that was just banned? What was his name?
I sent it in a DM. He's one of the regular stalkers.
He's hold on, sorry. Didi knows who I am. It's one of the Pal Talk guys. I didn't recognize his voice.
Yep.
Do you know whose account it is? Or no?
I'm not going to get into it right now.
It's an old app. Don't worry about it.
I'm not going to get into it right now.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to, because some of the Pal Talk guys I don't like, so I usually have them muted.
Well,
so
you have to understand that they're sophists, and what they practice at is not defending their worldview, and from the defense of their worldview, opposing other worldviews, they just engage in sophist verbal tactics that no matter what you say, they will just be argumentative. By that, I don't mean debate. Okay? That's why there's a number of these people that are part of a small clique and group that I no longer respond to.
Somebody else.
No, I mean that's perfectly fine if there's a group of individuals who you think are just out to derail conversation. That's fine.
That wasn't the case.
But I think I think that the objection that he raised to you is actually something that I hold, or not necessarily that I hold personally, given that I'm agnostic, but
you're not really an agnostic. You're an atheist, but you don't realize it.
No, Darth, would
you like me to demonstrate that you are?
No. Hold on a second. Excuse me.
It's really quite simple. Sure, go ahead. So the point is, as an agnostic, is it your position that you don't know whether there is or is not a God?
As a personal belief state.
Is that correct?
It's not an epistemological statement, but as a personal belief statement, yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay.
It's a personal belief, right?
Yeah. So you don't have a belief in God or a belief that God does not exist.
Right? Basically, it's a suspension of judgment, right? It's one of those.
Right.
It's not.
Actually, that's not actually true, right? And I'll tell you why. Right? Mm-hmm. It's because,
excuse me.
There are some things that you can be neutral about, and some things that you cannot be neutral about. All right. Now, God is one of those rare things that you can't be neutral about. All right.
Why is that?
Be neutral about. I'll get to it momentarily.
Oh, sorry.
You can be neutral about gold on Mars. You can be neutral about whether there's an even or an odd number of jelly beans, right? Because it's not a precondition of your thinking. All right. Now, when it comes to God, God is definitionally the origin point for all facts. So if you say that you have a suspension of belief, or you just say you lack belief, well, superficially you could lack belief, but actually indirectly you're denying God's existence because you're holding to one or more facts that do not require God to be affirmed as the origin point for that facts or any other facts. And if you can present one fact that does not need God to be affirmed as the origin point, you have indirectly denied the existence of God, even though you don't intend to.
Okay. Interesting. So, from my understanding, definitionally, the way that you're claiming God is like the origin of facts, right? I didn't mistake that. So there can be no fact of the matter without some origin stemming from God, right?
Well, that would go metaphysically. Period. That there has to be something.
That's a metaphysical claim, right? So that's what I wanted to get to, because if I as an agnostic am saying I don't know, right? I'm not saying that as a metaphysical point in time, it could be the case that God cannot exist or can exist, right? I'm not making a metaphysical claim.
Yeah, I know that. It makes no difference. Yeah, but you're making no declaration.
It's a categorical error, right?
So your position is you're making no declaration about ultimate reality?
Well, the way you're defining, so the way that you define God
you
is
are.
interesting.
Here's the question. Either you are or you are not making a declaration about ultimate reality, which is.
She believes that she's not making a declaration of reality.
Yeah,
Yonder,
I'll tell you one more time. You're really irritating me, and I'll almost consider it stalking at this point. You're not smart enough to carry conversations with me, and I would prefer very strongly, and I discourage you from keep on talking with me, Yonder. Okay. Now,
isn't she making a statement about
Okay. So Hannibal, either you are making an assertion about ultimate reality, or you are not. Which is it?
Well, given by the definition of God that you gave me, you kind of shoehorned me into a metaphysical claim, right? So, I mean, if we're going to agree with your definition of God, then you're forcing me to say it either is or not the case.
No, you're not understanding. You see, you're not responding to the question. Is your presentation, is your verbal representation of agnosticism not making a claim about ultimate reality?
It's not holding a personal, it's not, making a judgment on the claim. That's it. It's not the ultimacy. It has nothing to do with the state of reality as it metaphysically is. It's simply an acknowledgement.
I'm not hearing a clear answer to my question. So this is about the fourth time I've asked the question.
I'm sorry.
Is your verbal representation of agnosticism, is it making a claim about ultimate reality or not?
In the sense that we're saying it, no, it's not making a claim.
Okay, so your agnosticism is not making a claim about ultimate reality, right?
Right. It is a personal belief state on a particular definition of God.
Now, usually when I ask an agnostic, that takes about 10 seconds. It takes 10 seconds for that to be answered, but for you, it's taken about 5 minutes.
DD, why are you being so hostile, man? Like,
I'm not being hostile. I'm confronting you with your evasiveness.
I'm not. I just said if we're agreeing with your definition.
Good. So you're not making a claim about ultimate reality.
Please, I didn't finish. Okay? Please,
go ahead,
finish the statement. So that's why when you define God as the origin of facts, I'm like, okay, that's a metaphysical. We started moving the category from epistemological to metaphysical. If we're making that definitional claim, then based on that definition, then yeah, that's fine. We can move to that. But that would be kind of just a definitional claim at that point. It wouldn't really be revealing any sort of belief state that I have. Like it'd just be true by definition or false by definition, right? But it wouldn't really get to the heart of the matter, which is my personal belief state. If you're curious about my personal belief state, then that would be a different category. You see?
You've already given me enough information that all I need to deal with. You're not making any claims about ultimate reality. Right. Unfortunately, that statement is a claim about ultimate reality because it's a presentation of a singular fact where God is not required to be affirmed in order for that fact to be a fact.
How right? So? How so?
Does that fact that you presented, when you say you're not making any claim about ultimate reality, you're presenting a fact, right?
But if you're stating a fact about a topic, right? The fact that's being stated about the topic is not within the realm of the topic itself, right? So if I were to give you like a categorical norm versus like a normative statement, right? It doesn't matter if the statement is true normatively, if it's true in some sort of like ultimate definitional sense. So those are two different ways in which you can say it's true, but it's outside of the truth that's being discussed in the topic. Does that make sense to you? So if I were to say like, it is true, I don't know, what do I have around here? I don't know. This water is, I don't know, H2O, right? Me making the statement that that H2O is definitionally water is not me making an ultimate statement about the composition of water as like a normative fact, right? It's saying something else entirely. It's saying just the content of the water is H2O. It's not saying, okay, now if we were to make some sort of claim about the water, that would be included in the fact that it is H2O, right? It's a different topic about the water. Does that make sense?
Are you done?
Does that make sense to you? Or, I'm not too good at explaining, so occasionally I trip myself.
It's not really addressing my point to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you repeat your point then?
Now you stated that you're not making a statement about ultimate reality. Now, is that stipulation a fact?
The stipulation itself is not a stipulation of ultimate reality. It's explaining the category, right? It's not within the category itself. So a fact about a category.
When you stated that you are not, when you told me you are not doing X, are you presenting me with a fact?
That is within the ultimacy of reality or whatever, however verbiage you use it?
If you told me that you are not baking a cake, would you be presenting me with a fact?
A fact that I am not baking a cake, sure.
Okay. So whether you say I am not making a cake, that's a stipulated fact. If we replace that with I am making no statement about ultimate reality, that's also a stipulated fact.
Right, but if you're talking about ultimate reality, in the sense that we can say some sort of claim about it.
Listen, this isn't going to go on much longer with your double talk, okay? Okay,
I mean, if I'm explaining things
Hannibal, listen to me. Hannibal, listen to me. Listen, this is not going to go well further on, okay? I know when I'm being bullshitted, okay? And you're bullshitting. Because you're completely evading my question by rhetoric, okay?
If you want me to explain,
I'm asking you simple questions. No, Hannibal, listen to me. I wasn't born yesterday.
That's fine.
And I'm not a stupid person. And I know exactly what you're doing. Okay? You know that I know what you're doing. Now you want to make pretend that you're not really doing anything and playing to the room, but the fact is you are completely, through rhetoric, avoiding my simple questions.
Well, I think that the question that you're
Okay, Hannah. I'm going to treat you like everyone else that I treat them. After a certain point of bullshitting, then I'll just tell you, take off. Now,
she's not being dishonest.
I'm going to ask you. Okay, I'm going to turn you down, asshole. Okay, he's turned down. Okay. Now, did you stipulate a fact when you stated, I am not making a declaration about ultimate reality? Now, if you choose not to give an honest answer, then the conversation's over. I'm not going to listen for the 5th, 6th, 7th time to your rhetoric and double talk, where you're not saying much of anything. Now, did you stipulate a fact?
So am I only to give a yes or no?
Did you stipulate a fact?
No, I just wanted to make sure that we're on the same page. Am I to only
give you a yes or no? Did you stipulate a fact?
I guess by that, yes. Is that the answer, I guess?
You're not sure? You're not sure?
No, I'm asking you, am I allowed
to... Hannibal, fuck off.
Why are you so rude, man? We have such a nice history together.
I'm not rude.
So
I'm assertively telling you to fuck off.
That's not polite.
Yeah, I did tell you to fuck off because you're being a disingenuous, double talk scumbag. Now, I asked, okay, bye-bye, I'm going to turn you down. Bye-bye.
That's so rude. I've been talking with you for 3+ years. I have never been rude to you.
I can't hear you.
And you're incredibly
Anybody else
hostile.
have any other questions?
How disrespectful, all of a sudden, just because I'm asking you what type of question that I'm answering, what you would like me to answer, whether it's yes or no. I'm trying to give you what you want because you're giving me a loaded question. But when I try to clarify why your question is loaded, all of a sudden you're telling me to fuck off and I'm a scumbag. How rude. After 3+ years of having nice, decent, polite conversations, how rude and how disrespectful to that. To the nice memories that we've had. I don't care if he's muted me, that's fine. That's absolutely rude and disrespectful.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
But Hannibal,
he's specifically shoehorning me into trying to make a knowledge claim, and when I'm trying to explain that it's a belief claim, or actually that it's a categorical error to say that speaking about a category is factually of the same category, he's telling me that I have to answer a certain way. How disrespectful.
But Hannibal, you are also your latest way of thinking about that kind of stuff, and I wish he would have somewhat more tolerance for things.
No, look, man, I don't have patience when I ask somebody a straightforward question 5 times. They have the intelligence and they have the verbal skills to answer the simple question, and all I get back is double talk. Then it's clear after asking the question 5 times that the person is deliberately spewing rhetoric in order to pretend as though they're addressing and answering the question.
There's a difference between
really not, which is out and out deception, and I consider it a violation of the basic social contract.